The night in the royal palace was unusually quiet, the kind of stillness that feels heavy, warning you that a storm is about to break. I sat alone in my small chamber, my eyes fixed on the silver moonlight creeping across the cold stone floor. Every single word the king had spoken earlier echoed in my mind, a chilling refrain that wouldn't leave me alone. You've chosen your side tonight, Amara. But I hadn't meant to. I never wanted to choose a side. All I ever wanted was peace, a little bit of quiet in my own life. But I should have known better. In a place like the royal palace, peace is a stranger, a guest who never stays. A soft knock on my door startled me, pulling me from my thoughts. The sound was so faint, it was almost swallowed by the silence. My heart jumped into my throat. "Who's there?" I whispered, my voice barely audible. "It's me," a low voice replied from the other side of the door. I knew that voice instantly. It was Prince Adesoji. My heart began to race, a frantic drumbeat against my ribs. I scrambled to my feet and hurried to the door, my hand trembling as I turned the handle. And there he was, standing in the darkened hallway, still wearing the same royal robe he had on when the guards had dragged him away earlier. But his eyes, they were burning with an urgency I'd never seen before. "Your Highness," I breathed. Completely stunned. How did you get out?" He quickly raised a finger to his lips, silencing me. "The guards are loyal to me more than to him," he whispered, his voice tense. "We don't have much time." He slipped inside my chamber and quietly shut the door behind him, plunging the room back into near darkness. Save for the single beam of moonlight, now that he was closer, I could see the sheer exhaustion etched onto his face. The immense weight of a crown that wasn't even his yet seemed to be crushing him. "I can't stay here anymore," he said, his voice low and firm. "My father, he has completely lost himself. Whatever happened to him before you came, whatever twisted him, it changed him into something monstrous. And now, anyone who is close to him is in danger. That includes you, Amara." I just shook my head, unable to process his words. "Where will you go? The palace is surrounded by his men. There's no way out." He looked straight at me then, and his gaze was so intense it felt like he was looking right into my soul. "Not we," he corrected me gently. You. You are the one who needs to leave." My breath caught in my throat. Leave. The idea was impossible. Leave. But I can't. He stepped even closer, and the fire in his eyes softened into something else, something much more vulnerable. "Amara, you don't belong in his war. This isn't your fight. There's a way out, a secret passage. It's an old servant's tunnel beneath the garden. Take it. You have to be gone before sunrise." A lump formed in my throat, making it hard to breathe, let alone speak. "And you?" I finally managed to ask, my voice choked with emotion. "What about you?" A shadow passed over his face, and his voice broke ever so slightly when he answered. "I'll face him. Someone has to." Before I could find the words to protest, to tell him he couldn't do this alone, he gently took both of my hands in his. His touch was warm and steady, a small anchor in the chaos. "Amara, listen to me very carefully," he said, his grip tightening. "If my father finds out that I helped you escape, it could mean my death. I need you to understand that. But if you stay here, it will destroy you. I can't let that happen." Tears started to well up in my eyes, blurring his face. Every part of me wanted to argue, to scream that I couldn't just abandon him here to face that monster alone. But the cold, hard truths sat heavy in my chest, and I knew he was right. I had no other choice. With a heavy heart, I finally gave a small, defeated nod. "All right." A look of relief washed over Prince Adesoji's face. He squeezed my hands one last time, a firm, warm gesture that felt like a final goodbye. Then he turned to go. He paused with his hand on the door, and just before he opened it, he looked back at me one last time and whispered, "Amara, if I don't make it through this, remember, not everyone in this palace wanted to use you." And then, just like that, he was gone, disappearing into the dark corridor. I sank to the floor, the strength leaving my legs, and a wave of heartbreak washed over me. At that exact moment, a low rumble of thunder rolled across the sky. The storm had finally begun. What happens next? Does Amara make it out of the palace before dawn? Find out in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more.